Good morning, world. In the crux of a holy war, you might ask yourself, what is this holy war all about from the side of the Christians?
The conflict that's taking place right now in the Middle East has everything to do with one city. It's Jerusalem. And one 14-acre parcel of land in Jerusalem called Temple Mount. That's what this battle is over. And it's not political, it's spiritual. Because that mountain is the place that Abraham was willing to offer his son. That mountain is the place that God promised, I will provide my own lamb. That mountain is the place that David offered worship, and God said, someone from your body will sit on the throne and reign from this mountain forever and ever. That was the mountain that Solomon built a temple that God's glory filled it, and that mountain is the mountain that God said, I'm going to establish my throne and rule and reign over the nations of the earth forever and ever. And this city of Jerusalem is the city that I have chosen for myself, that heaven and earth are going to merge and rule the universe from that place. It's the throne room that God has said, that's my throne. That's where I'm going to set my throne. And because of that, the devil hates it and wants to possess it and occupy it. He knows if he ever loses control of that, he knows his days are done when that happens.
Now here's a situation. Good men and women of God, do you seriously believe that God, our Creator, wants men to be killing themselves over a patch of land, no matter how holy they may seem to think it is? That is the most insane thing in the world, and that is evil at work right there. There is no devil involved in this whole thing. The only devil involved in that is the evil, if you want to believe the devil put in people's heads that they're arguing and killing themselves over a patch of land. There is the devil. There is your evil. Stop that insanity now. It's insane.
Yeah, of course, as you said, sirens are going off, which has not occurred here for really today, certainly, or the last several days. They're quite extensive sirens. You hear them all over Tel Aviv right now. This just started about 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds ago. So it remains to be seen. If rockets do come, generally they come from that direction. That sounded like Iron Dome interception. That was a rather large explosion. That is something we have not heard very much here in Tel Aviv. No, I think we're fine in this location. I think that was, Matthew, what do you think? Was that an Iron Dome interception?
That was Anderson Cooper live in Tel Aviv being protected by Israel's so-called Iron Dome. Now, what is the Iron Dome? Well, the Iron Dome is a set of batteries that cover a whole area like a dome and are designed to shoot down any missile that enters that particular airspace, creating basically a barrier, a dome barrier, because if any missile is coming at the dome itself, it'll be shot down by one of these batteries. So it makes you wonder, does the United States have an Iron Dome? No, we don't. We do have something similar, a couple of batteries near Washington that are considered somewhat of an Iron Dome, but not necessarily. And the reason that we can't have the exact Iron Dome that Israel has is because Israel will not release the data used to make their Iron Dome. How ironic is that? We are all up in a rage trying to protect a country that won't even release the information on how we may be able to build the same kind of protection for our country as well. Does anybody else see a problem in that? And now a former resident of the Gaza Strip is calling Israel out.
You have done the killings of innocent people in Gaza, the seizure of Palestinian land and so on. But the ordinary Palestinians rose up because you denied them basic rights. I lived there. It was apartheid. It was racism. It was endemic. It was rotten. Absolutely, I was shocked within weeks of living there to see how you treated Palestinian people. And isn't it the fact that the law of return, which is the basic law of the Israeli state, is a racist apartheid law because it confers rights on Jews that it denies to Palestinians? It allows, for example, if I was Jewish and had never stepped foot in Israel, I could claim citizenship there tomorrow. But 6 million people whose origins are in what you now call Israel, who were forced out in 1947 or 48, do not have that right. Isn't that part of the reason why the Palestinians are in dispute with Israelis? Because you deny them the right to return to their homes and to their land and to their villages, and that they have a legitimate claim, even under international law, to return, but you deny them that right. Why do you deny them that right? And why do you give that right to other people who have no connection whatsoever with the land, whether you call it Israel or whether you call it Palestine?
Stop the insanity around the world. No more career politicians. Extreme term limits now. I'm Ray. That's the truth in 5.